Ever wondered how your cells generate most of their energy? Cellular respiration consists of three main stages: glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain. Among these stages, the electron transport chain produces the largest amount of ATP, which is the cell's main energy source. Dive into the electron transport chain, the powerhouse stage of cellular respiration. We break down how NADH and FADH2 fuel the process, creating a proton gradient that drives ATP production. During the Krebs cycle, high-energy electron carriers called NADH and FADH2 are produced. These molecules carry electrons to the electron transport chain, which is located in the inner membrane of the mitochondria. First, NADH donates its electrons to complex 1. As the electrons move through the chain, energy is released. This energy is used to pump hydrogen ions, or H ions, from the mitochondrial matrix into the intermembrane space. At complex 2, FADH2 donates electrons into the electron transport chain. Unlike complex 1, complex 2 does not pump hydrogen ions. However, it still transfers electrons to coenzyme Q, which carries them to the next complexes. A proton gradient is formed as more protons are pumped into the intermembrane space. There is a higher concentration of protons outside the matrix compared to inside. The proton gradient stores potential energy that later be used to produce ATP. At complex 4, electrons are finally transferred to oxygen. Oxygen acts as the final electron acceptor in the electron transport chain. Here, oxygen combines with electrons and hydrogen ions to form water molecules. This step is very important because it prevents electrons from building up in the chain. Without oxygen, the electron transport chain would stop functioning, and ATP production would decrease significantly. In summary, the electron transport chain is the final stage of cellular respiration and occurs at the inner membrane of the mitochondria. NADH and FADH2 donate electrons into the chain. Proton pumping creates a proton gradient. And oxygen acts as the final electron acceptor to form water. The stored proton energy then flows through ATP synthase to generate ATP through chemiosmosis. Overall, the ETC produces the highest amount of ATP, around 32 to 34 ATP molecules.